Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Flow and Restore yoga practice. My name is Michelle Chua, and we had a request today to focus on relieving tension along the trapezius muscle, which is around the sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, as well as opening up the fronts of the shoulders, which can be called heart openers, focusing on the heart chakra, which goes along with our philosophical theme. So you'll want to have quite a few props as usual for Flow and Restore. Uh, Basically everything that you have around, uh, bolster, blanket, 2 blocks, a strap, and anything else that you think might be useful. Let's start in a comfortable way to sit, whatever that means for you. You might like to prop your pelvis up on something. And just take a moment to settle in so that you're sitting in a way that allows your spine to be tall without feeling rigid, especially in the shoulders. And you feel a sense of grounding. You might take a moment to just shift your weight around the bottom of your body to more evenly disperse that weight, front and back, side to side. So this weekend on Sunday, I got to bring my mom to one of my favorite teachers' monasteries. He already passed away, Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a Buddhist monk and wonderful teacher of mindfulness. Yet his legacy and his teachings and his wisdom and energy continue, especially there. And we got to go to a particular celebration of mindfulness honoring the Lunar New Year, in which they were reading poetry written by Thich Nhat Hanh, sort of randomly picking verses in response to different guests' questions about the new year. They call it oracle reading. And interestingly, there were 10 different questions or so, 10 different people. And each verse that they chose after each person's question just so wonderfully aligned as a supportive answer. And so I wanted to share one of the questions, which was the very first that truly resonated with me. And the question was, this year of 2025, how do I carry fear in my practice? How do I encounter and hold fear? Which is such a common thing with so many things happening around us. We had the various wildfires throughout Los Angeles, um, all the immigration issues happening right now with our new uh, our government, and we've just and all the things that are happening worldwide, including the environment. And so fear is such a massive feeling, and it can feel overwhelming and paralyzing. And so the verse that was read by Thich Nhat Hanh talked about watching the moon rise and feeling the wind on your skin, the breeze. And it basically invited us to make sure that we regularly make the time for ourselves to be still and to really nourish ourselves with being present, allowing the simple joys that are existing in everyday life. Even when there's a commotion happening, the sun is still setting when it sets, the moon still rises, the sky, the flowers are still blooming. And are we giving ourselves regular times to see that, to witness it, and to remember that there is still an abundance of love amidst the fear? And as we continue to do that regularly, make intentional space to do that, such as sitting in your yoga practice right now, then we accumulate or we strengthen our knowledge of our own capacity. We remember that we're much bigger than the problems that we're fearing. Remember that fear itself is putting our attention in the future, not in the present moment, because fear is about anticipating something that may happen in the future. So when we're really present, we can see that fear from a different perspective. And it doesn't mean it goes away, nor are we trying to bypass it and pretend like it's not there. we're strengthening our ability to be with the fear so that the fear itself does not become overwhelming. We know our own power. And so, thank you for being here to nurture your knowing of your own power. And let's take a moment to just be with ourselves in stillness, bringing presence to our physical body by witnessing it, observing the sensations that are happening right now in your shoulders, in your chest, all over your body. And when you let go of judging what you observe as either good or bad, allow yourself to have a wider perspective, to see the bigger picture of it all. Notice the way your body is breathing without controlling or changing the breath. Through the qualities of your breathing, what do you observe about your energy right now? Bring your attention to the way your mind and heart feel. How are you feeling mentally and emotionally? Just acknowledging that. And then let the breath in a little deeper. Open your mouth to let it go. Again, even deeper through the nose. And even longer, maybe sigh it out. On your own, continue to deepen your breath. Allow a few more exhales through your mouth. Maybe even vocalizing the breath out. Really taking your time to savor the present moment through each part of the breath in and out. Tuning in to perhaps a feeling of joy through the simplicity of breathing. As you continue to enjoy consciously breathing deeply, what is something right now in your life that you could offer genuine gratitude for? And what is something you would like to choose to focus on and direct your energy towards expanding or releasing? Set your intention or sankalpa for this practice. As we remember that we are interbeing, we are inherently affecting each other. I invite you to choose somebody that you might dedicate today's practice to, extending the energy you put into your practice into supporting their well-being in some way. And now together, I invite you to join me in opening our practice, connecting with each other and our Mother Earth by chanting the vibration Om 3 times. Let in a deep breath. Om. Om. Let's continue nurturing calm, focus, and balanced energy by the way we're regulating our breathing. Starting a practice called Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breath. So it's done by closing your lips and breathing just through your nose, creating a very soft whispering sound by softly constricting the back of your throat. As you start it now, begin to lengthen your inhalation very slowly and your exhalation just as slowly, balancing the breath in and out and smoothly transitioning between the breaths. Listen in. Taking your time to breathe mindfully and in turn to move mindfully. Let's begin to warm up the shoulders here as you're sitting down. If you're sitting cross-legged, I invite you to switch the cross of your legs so you can balance the stretch that your hips are already getting. And let's bring some rotation into the shoulders. As you're sitting tall, breathe in and roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale them back and down. Couple more on your own. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back and down. And then reverse. Inhale, shoulders behind you, up. Exhale, forward, down. Inhale, behind you, up. Exhale, forward and down. One more. All right, relax the shoulders. And let's come on down to all fours. We'll bring the spine into the shoulder movement with cat-cow. So spread your fingers flat at the front of your mat, stack your shoulders above your wrists, and step your knees a couple of inches behind your hips. As you inhale slowly, glide your chest forward and roll your shoulders back and down, cow pose. As you exhale, contract your belly, drop your head to round the back, cat pose. Keep going. Inhale, circle the shoulders behind you and down. Exhale, lift the belly, tuck the tailbone, and drop the crown. Several more times on your own. Going just as slowly as you're breathing. Let the smoothness of your breath invite smoothness in your movements. Relax to a neutral spine. And let's make our way to stand at the front of the mat in mountain pose. Preparing to move into our sun salutations, where we literally offer gratitude to the sun. Surya Namaskarsi. Step the feet hips width apart, parallel, and standing tall, join your hands in prayer at the heart center to connect with the energy of your intention. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and coil your chest up. Exhale, bow forward over your legs. Place your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, step your left knee behind you. Kneeling lunge, look up. While holding your breath, step to plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees, then your chest, then your chin. Inhale, slither forward and gently draw the shoulders back and down to a baby cobra. Exhale, lifting your hips, draw them back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot beside your left thumb, lower your right knee and gaze up. Exhale, step your right foot forward and fold. Press down to your feet. Inhale, rise up, gently dropping the shoulders back, lift your heart. Exhale, join your palms in prayer at your heart center. Side two, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, circling your shoulders back and down. Exhale, forward fold. Place your fingertips on the earth. Inhale, step your right knee behind you. Kneeling lunge, look up. As you hold your breath, step to plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, then chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, slither forward into Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, lift your hips back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, Downward Dog. Inhale, step your right foot beside your right thumb. Lower your left knee, look up. Exhale, step your left foot forward and fold. Root down to your feet. Inhale, rise, and dropping your shoulders, lift your heart. Exhale, join your palms to meet at your heart center. Let's move into sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and lifting your chest, slide your shoulder blades down your back ribs. Exhale, hinge forward. Press your hands on your shins, 2 blocks to the floor, and inhale, lengthen forward to half forward fold. Step back to plank, knees on the floor or legs straight. And this time, as you firm in the belly, exhale, glide forward. Graze your elbows by your ribs, pausing halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale here. Lower to Cobra or flip the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your body be still as you steady your gaze for 2 deep breaths. When you've emptied the second breath, walk or lightly jump to the front of your mat, forward fold. Press your shins, blocks to the floor. Inhale, lengthen to half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep your arms, rising into a gentle back bend, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, join your hands in prayer at heart center. One more time, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Press with your hands. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Walk to plank. For those of you that practice it, float to Chaturanga. Decide how you need to lower based on what your body needs through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Pause for 2 breaths. When you've emptied the second breath, walk or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, finding a gentle back bend. Exhale, join your palms at heart center. Now we're gonna slow down into sun salutation B, where we're gonna pause in a shoulder opening posture in our warrior pose. Let's bring the feet together to touch. Empty this breath. On an inhale, bend your knees together and sit low in chair pose. Glide your shin bones back. Seal your front ribs in. Raise your arms but relax the shoulders. Exhale, shift forward and fold from your hips. Press with your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Take it to your vinyasa, flowing to your own pace of breath. Now, slowing it down from downward facing dog. Keep your hips leveled. Inhale, raise your right leg back. Exhale, cross the knee towards your left elbow, twisting plank. Just gonna warm up for a moment. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, open the knee towards right tricep, come forward to plank. Inhale the right leg back, stay here. Bend the knee towards the sky, turn the thigh open at the hip. Relax the neck and inhale, tack the left hip back. Now exhale, bend the right knee high towards your nose, rounding forward to plank pose. Before you softly land the foot beside the right thumb and drop the back heel. Squaring the hips forward, inhale, rise to warrior one. Take a moment to set up your feet in a way that you don't feel like you're standing on a tightrope. Separate the feet wide enough that your hips could equally face forward. pressing the outer left heel into the ground so the left toes are pointing towards the upper left corner of your mat. Straighten the left leg and bend the front knee right on top of the heel. Then as you turn both hips to face forward, slightly lift your frontal hip bones. Feel your lower belly engaged, helping you to feel strong at your center. How's your breathing? Now keep the legs in warrior one and backstroke your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers, and if that's challenging here, grab a strap. Hold it as wide apart as you need between the hands. As you breathe in, drop the shoulders, lift the heart. Now breathing out, begin to fold forward, either resting on your front thigh or relaxing your head inside of the leg. Keep your hips equally facing forward and see how much you can soften your neck as you're stretching the arms away from your lower back to open up the fronts of the shoulders. Slightly bend your elbows and float your shoulders up to release more space in your neck. Last 3 breaths in humble warrior. Now start to lower the left hand down to the left side of your front foot. Bring the left knee to the floor, kneeling lunge. Use the right hand to cup the top of the right thigh back and down. And keep your hips leveled as you inhale, stretch the spine forward, and exhale, twist, raising the right arm. Let's flow here. Inhale, broaden across your arms, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back, and exhale, backstroke the right arm down and forward. 2 more. Inhale, raise the right arm wide across your wingspan. Exhale, backstroke. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, backstroke. This time, place your hands to the floor and step back for vinyasa on your own. Downward facing dog. Pause for 2 slow cycles of breath. Notice what you feel in your body, especially your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide on the ground and inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Try to keep the hips leveled. Now keep the shoulders leveled. As you exhale, cross the knee to tap your right elbow. Twist at your waist, not at your shoulders. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, open the knee to tap the left outer upper arm. Inhale, raise the left leg. Stay here. Bend the left knee and turn the thigh open. Relax the neck. Inhale, tack the right hip back. Now slowly exhale, bend the left knee towards your nose and round and plank. Very quietly land the foot beside your left thumb and spin the right heel down. Inhale, rise up to Virabhadrasana 1. Again, make sure that your feet don't feel like you're trying to balance on a tightrope, right? Turn the right toes to point at the upper right corner of the mat, straighten the back leg. Press the outer right heel into the floor as you bend the front knee just above the ankle. And while turning both hips to equally face forward, slightly lift your frontal hip bones, feel a strong center, and let's backstroke the arms. Switch the interlacing of your thumb and index as you clasp. Drop the shoulders, breathe in, look up. Then take your time folding forward, humble warrior. Resting on your front thigh or relaxing the head inside the leg. Keep your hips leveled. Use the weight of your back foot to counterbalance your bow. And as you're stretching the arms further away from the lower back, slightly bend the elbows, lift the shoulders, and drop your head. Relax the jaw. Last 3 breaths. Relax the eyes. Lower the right hand on the right side of the front foot. Lower the back knee. Place your left hand on the top of the left thigh and draw the hip back and down as you stretch the spine forward, spinal twist. Inhale, reach the left arm straight up towards the sky. Broaden your wingspan, but glide the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, backstroke the left arm down and forward. Twice more. Inhale, up. Exhale, backstroke. Inhale, up. Exhale, backstroke to plank pose. Last vinyasa on your own. Pause in downward facing for 2 deep breaths, observing your body, observing your mind, observing your breath. Please come on down to your knees. And let's take a pause in child's pose. Bring your feet together to touch. Sink your hips down to your heels. Knees can be together or apart. Rest your forehead down. Extend the arms forward or down by your sides, wherever it feels relaxing for your shoulders, as we pause to slow down the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath a few times, helping to invite more yin energy as we transition to the restorative part and the yin part of our practice. So empty this breath. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5. Exhale 7. On your own, try 2 or 3 more cycles. Really focus on the smooth quality of breathing, especially the exhale, gradual release. Please start to rise to tabletop pose and then come to sit or stand on your knees. Let's place the 2 blocks in front of us. Before we do more shoulders and extension, let's just get into the upper back and tops of the shoulders for a moment. So place your 2 blocks on their medium height like this, second level, wide across the top of your mat, touching each other. And with your knees about a foot behind the blocks, extend your arms forward so the palms are face down. From your shoulders, spin your outer upper arms or triceps downward to thus protract and spread apart your shoulder blades while you depress or press down your shoulder blades. Keep doing those 2 actions as you're breathing consciously. Place your bent elbows exactly your shoulders width apart onto the blocks. Press your fingertips into each other and step your knees back until they're about 2 inches behind your hips. Trace your thumbs slowly down the back of your skull, down the back of your neck, as far back as you can. Let the head fall. Let your chest sink and broaden, but don't let your elbows splay wider than shoulders width apart. Also, lift the belly slightly so as not to dump into the lower back. Keep wrapping your triceps towards the floor, drawing your shoulder blades down the back, and listen for another 5 deep breaths here. At the end of the next exhale, from in the belly and rise up and off of the blocks. Come back to tabletop and just pause. You can gently shake your head or move your head any way that feels releasing for you, but keep breathing mindfully. Listen to your breath. Now let's add a twist to get a little more into the upper back, tops of the shoulders. Thread the needle, press the left hand down. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, thread it beneath the left bent elbow and lower the right side of your head all the way down. Feel free to place your head on a prop if your head is not comfortably resting on the ground. Level the height of your two hips. Stabilize the lower back while you invite the twist across your waistline. Soften your shoulders away from your neck. Notice where you feel this pose the most right now. Can you imagine breathing into that area? Last two breaths here. And slowly press up to all fours. Pause for a couple of breaths. Notice what you feel in your shoulders, neck, upper back, rest of the body. As you press the right hand down, inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, thread it underneath your right bent elbow. Lower the left side of your head all the way down. Level the height of your two hips. Inviting the twist across your waistline. Relax the shoulders down the back. Notice where your body might be asking you to tend to with the breath. One more deep breath. Please come back to child's pose to pause for a few breaths. You may like to rest your arms down by your sides. Maybe turn the head to one side, stretch the neck. And then to the other side, stretching the other side. And then plant your hands on the floor and drop your chin to your chest. With a slow inhale, roll your spine upright. And bring your legs in front of you. Have a strap nearby and take a moment to adjust how you're sitting if you need to prop your pelvis up higher on your pillow or blanket so that you can sit up tall and not round your shoulders. We're going to come into cow face pose, another shoulder and hip stretch. So start with your left leg forward and turn open your right thigh at the hip. Cross the right thigh over the left thigh as close together as you can hug the thighs together. Maybe you're able to stack your knees down the midline of your body. Again, if this thigh is lifting up high or you're rounding your back, elevate your pelvis. Get as high up as you need so as to relax the lower body here and lift the spine. Now, either keep the bottom leg straight and flex the foot like this, or add on, bend the left knee and splay the feet apart. As long as you're able to equally press your left and right sitting bones downward and sit up tall. Now, grab the strap in your left hand as you raise the left arm, dangle the strap behind your back. With the help of your right hand, spin your left outer upper arm forward and bring the elbow behind your head, pressing your shoulders down. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and soften in the bottom of your front ribs. How's the breath? Reach the right hand behind you underneath and catch the bottom end of the strap. As you sit up tall, walk the hands closer together. If your hands can clasp, then you don't need a strap. Breathing in, stretch through the spine. Breathing out, just a little bit, hinge forward from your hips. Now exploring the range of your forward fold. With each inhale, press down to your lower body and stretch the spine longer. And with each exhale, only fold deeper if you can still keep your throat open, your shoulders relaxed, your chest broad, and your breath is still full. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Notice where you're feeling this the most. Can you breathe into there? One more deep breath. Pressing down to your pelvis. Lead with your chest and inhale, slowly rise. Release your arms, stretch the legs forward, and sit up tall but relaxed. Observe your body. Feel your breathing. Allow yourself to sit in the simple joy of breathing in stillness. Coming back to the poem by Thich Nhat Hanh. Nurturing yourself with conscious moments of stillness like this. Let's prepare for the second side without rushing. So start with your right leg straight. Rotate the left thigh externally. Cross it over the right thigh as close together as you can. Notice how this feels when you sit up. Stay here and flex the right foot, or add on and bend the right knee too. Splay the feet apart. Feel that you can equally root your two sitting bones while sitting tall. With your right hand, hold the strap and dangle it behind you. With your left hand, spin your right tricep forward and bring the elbow behind your head, pressing your shoulders down. Lift your chin parallel to the ground and soften in the bottom of your front ribs. Reach your left hand underneath behind you, catch the bottom end of the strap, and walk your hands as close together as you can. Now, if your hands can clasp, you can drop the strap. Pressing down to your lower body, lift up through the spine and relax your shoulders, open your chest, breathe in. Just a little bit. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Pause, press down through the lower body, stretch the spine longer as you breathe in. Exhale, maybe continue to hinge from the hips. So find your own range of motion as you honor your breathing and the integrity of your spine. As you press your pelvis down, lead with your chest and inhale to slowly rise. Release your arms and stretch the legs forward. Relax and sit tall. Be still. Be present in this moment in your body with your breath. And you connect with a feeling of peace or safety or calm in this moment. Letting your breath nourish you with those qualities. Well, I'm going to invite you into another breathing technique to continue that. So please find a way to sit comfortably because our Shavasana, which will be after that, I'm going to invite you into a restorative heart opening posture, which will continue bringing the shoulders into extension. But for now, let's sit upright so we can breathe well. You may like to sit up, maybe on a block or a pillow, maybe in hero's pose like this. Ground equally through your sitting bones, lengthen through the spine, relax the shoulders back and down. So this breathing technique is another one that helps to relax your nervous system more deeply. And it can be itself a practice of meditation as you're focusing on one thing, the breath. And it's called, trying to remember the Sanskrit name, which is not coming to me right now, but it's called three-part breathing. And it's done by visualizing that your torso, which is from the top of your neck down to the bottom of your pelvis, all the way around, is divided into three cross sections. Imagine the first section is from the bottom of your pelvis to your belly button. The second cross section encompasses most of your rib cage. And the third cross section is from your chest, your upper back, neck, and shoulders, all the way around. So you might place one hand at the top section and one hand below the belly button at the first section, because I'm going to invite you to breathe in for about 3 counts into the first section, then pause. Then another inhale, about 3 counts into the middle section and pause. Then another inhale, about 3 counts to the top section and pause while focusing on relaxing and sitting tall. Then we'll exhale through the nose about 9 counts out of all 3 sections. Then we'll hold the breath out, sitting tall and relaxed, and that's 1 cycle. So let's practice 3 cycles together, and I'll invite you to continue 3 more cycles on your own. Then we'll let go of controlling the breath and sit and observe how you feel. So let's prepare. One hand to the top section, one hand to the lowest section. Maybe close the eyes to help you visualize where you're breathing into. Remember, it goes all the way around. Sit tall and relaxed. Empty this breath. Into the first section, inhale 1/3. Pause into the middle, inhale 1/3. Pause into the top, inhale 1/3. Hold it in, relax, sit tall, and through the nose, exhale about 9 counts. Hold it out, sit tall and relaxed. Cycle 2. Inhale first section. Pause. Inhale second. Pause. Inhale top. Hold it in, relax. Exhale everything slowly. Hold it out, relax. Third cycle. Inhale first section. Pause. Inhale middle. Pause. Inhale top. Hold it in, relax. Exhale very slowly. Hold it out. Continue on your own for 3 more cycles. When you've finished, let go of controlling your breathing and observe anything you feel. As you stay aware of your breathing, I invite you to move very gently and slowly as we set up for a restorative heart opening posture, which is an invitation. If you'd rather lie down flat for Shavasana, feel free. For this heart opening posture, here are a couple of options. You can place a block on the tallest height at the rearmost end of your mat, and a second block at the medium height, crossing the width of your mat, spaced towards you about 5 to 6 inches apart. Place a bolster on top of the blocks so that the lowest part of the bolster touches very gently the back of your pelvis. And either bend the knees open if you want to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. You can also put the weight of a folded blanket or a pillow over your pelvis for grounding support. Or stretch the legs out, splay the feet apart, wider than hips width, and maybe place the rolled up blanket or pillow under the backs of your knees for lower back support. Ask your lower body what it needs. And then once you keep the pelvis on the ground and have set up the legs, start to lean back so that you land on your props, comfortably opening the chest and relaxing the shoulders. If you need a deeper stretch in the fronts of the shoulders, you can remove the bolster and just use the two blocks, accentuating the lift of the chest and dropping the shoulders. But make sure that you land on the first edge of the closest block at the area right beneath your shoulder blades. Invite a sense of symmetry to the left and right sides of your body. So make any adjustments right now so that you can comfortably just relax in this pose and feel a sense of just being safely held in comfort and peace. If something does not feel peaceful in your body here, please adjust it. You might even put on an eye pillow or place the strap over your eyes closed. And then once you arrive in that place of comfort in your positioning, close the eyes, soften the muscles in the face. Let the shoulder bones become heavier as the chest becomes lighter. Relax the belly. Feel the weight of the pelvis, left and right hips sinking into the earth. Relax your pelvic floor. Feel the weight of your thigh bones, your knees, your shin bones and ankles. Relax your feet. Come back up to your chest and feel both arms just resting down. Maybe the palms are face up to encourage opening the chest. But let the hands relax. And let your awareness sink deeper and deeper into the joy, the pure joy that rests within you. We'll be in Shavasana for a few minutes before we sit in meditation. Bring your awareness back to your physical body, noticing how it's responding. Very gently begin to wiggle fingers, toes. Ease into a simple stretch while keeping your eyes closed. Take your time turning over to your right side and resting your head to pause, nurturing another moment of conscious stillness. Be present with your breathing. And as you observe your breath, what do you notice about your energy? Begin to press your hands into the ground. Let your head come up last as you start to lift your torso and rise to sit, placing your body in a position in which you can sit comfortably tall. You might also place your hands in a mudra in which you can focus and relax. For example, stacking the right palm face up over the left palm face up as the thumb tips gently touch, resting the hands on your lap. Feel that your shoulders have softened back and down, exposing an uplifted, expanded heart, reminding you of your own expansiveness to hold space for whatever you're observing come up for you in your meditation. Now let's begin, if it makes sense with you, by closing the eyes, otherwise gently gaze at one spot on the ground ahead. Let's begin by just resting your attention very relaxed on the breath. No need to control the breath. And as you continue to rest on the breath and come back to the breath when your mind wanders, witness the kinds of thoughts that arise, the kinds of feelings that arise, without having to follow them into a story. Just see them come and go. Just events happening as you're sitting here. What do you feel in your mind and emotions right now? Sense the effects of your practice tonight. And so I invite you to bring conscious moments of pause throughout your day. It doesn't have to be a long pause, it could be 3 breaths to nurture presence in the moment. And as you pause, can you see in what way you can allow joy or peace in as ways of strengthening your resilience and your reminder that you are vast, able to hold fear and not letting it overwhelm you, as I spoke about in the beginning. So, finding a way to integrate your practice into your daily life. Think of someone or something right now that you appreciate. Feeling the energy of gratitude bring you back to the intention that you set. Remember to whom you dedicated today's practice. And together, let's join our voices to close with 3 ohms. Let in a deep breath. Ha. 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 Bowing in to honor the light within. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.